Good morning, children. This is your social studies class. My name is Sajida. Today we are going to study a new lesson. Okay. So look at this picture. Here you can see a bus, an aeroplane, a car, and a gas stove. You know, all these things are very useful to us. And now we are living in a modern world, and these things helps us in our daily life. And for making all these things, that is for making vehicles and also the things which we use in our daily life, we need minerals. Okay. It is the minerals which helps us to make these things. And today we are going to study what are called minerals and how we get these minerals and how we use these minerals for making different things. Okay, so this lesson is about the mineral wealth of India. Okay, the mineral wealth of India. So, I have shown you a picture. There are different vehicles were there, and also a gas stove was there. And I told that almost all the things which we use are made of these minerals. So minerals are very important for making things. Now, what are called minerals? Minerals are substances that occur naturally in the ground. Okay, we get these minerals from the soil. We can't make minerals because it comes naturally, and then we take it from the ground or we take it from the soil, then we purify it, and from that we make different kinds of minerals. So one thing is that minerals are very important for us because we use minerals for making different products. Another thing, we get these minerals from the soil. We get it naturally. We can't make minerals. We can make things made of minerals, but we can't make minerals because like soil, water, etc. These things are we get these things from the nature. It occurs naturally. Okay. So I told you that we find the minerals in the ground, that is in the soil. So for collecting minerals from the soil, deep holes are dug into the surface of the earth. Okay, so first we find out a place where the mineral content soil is there. If the soil in a particular place contains the contents of minerals, we collect that soil from that place. So, for collecting minerals from the soil, deep holes are dug into the surface of the earth. Why we dug deep holes into the surface of the earth? Because it is for collecting soil which contains the mineral contents. And in this picture, you can see that from the surface, a deep hole has been dug. And this is called a mine. So, a mine is a deep hole from where we collect the soil which contains mineral. Okay. So the process of digging out minerals is called mining. So deep holes are dug into the ground surface of the earth, and from there the soil is collected, and after processing that soil we can make minerals. So here you can see the persons who are inside a mine. So it's very difficult, but we need minerals for various activities. So we collect it from the earth. Okay, I think you have understood. Minerals are natural things that occur in the surface of the earth. That is, we get minerals from the soil, and it occurs there naturally. Then, after collecting the soil which contains minerals, we process it, and from that we take minerals. And by taking the soil from a place, deep holes are formed, and that holes are called mines. So, mines are the place or the holes from which we take out the soil which contains mineral. Okay. The process of digging out minerals is called mining. Then I told you that the minerals, we get the minerals from the surface of the earth. We get it from the from under the sea also. We are collecting minerals from the seabed also. That is, mineral content soil is found on the ocean floor. So here you can see the picture of an ocean. There the minerals are collected, and it has been processed there. So don't think that the minerals are available from the land area only. It is available from the ocean also. That is, from the ocean bed, ocean floor. Okay, from the ocean floor also we are getting minerals. We are collecting minerals from the seabed also. So minerals are, we collect minerals from the land area, on the surface of the earth, land area, and also we get it from the sea. From the sea means not from the water, from the seabed, that is from the oceanic floor. Okay, so that's it said the loads of precious minerals are available from the seabed, oceanic floor. So from the land and also from the ocean, from under the ocean we are collecting minerals. Okay, then what are called minerals? Minerals are substances that occur naturally under the ground. Okay, minerals are substances that occur naturally under the ground. Why we need minerals? We need minerals for making different things, and without that we will not be able to live smoothly. So minerals are very important, and we get it from the surface of the earth, and it occurs there naturally. We can't make minerals, we get it naturally. After taking it out from the soil, we process it, and from that we make different metals. Okay, from the minerals content soil which we get from the surface of the earth, we collect it, and from that we make different metals. Now, minerals are the things which we get naturally, and we use these minerals mainly for two things. One thing, for making different things. It is used as raw materials to make things, and also it is used as source of energy. Okay, so minerals are used mainly for two things. One thing for making things. Another use is that it is used as energy, for producing energy. So, minerals are used for making things and also for producing energy. So, that is the importance of minerals. That is why we dug deep holes on the surface of the earth and take out the mineral content soil, because we need the minerals for making things and also for producing energy. Now, there are two types of minerals, namely metallic and non-metallic minerals. So, we can divide minerals into two groups. One is called metallic minerals, another one non-metallic minerals. Metallic and non-metallic minerals. Now, here I have written the names of some metallic minerals which are available in our country. So, metallic minerals, the main metallic minerals in India are iron, then copper, gold, aluminium, silver, manganese, zinc and nickel. Okay. First one, iron, copper, gold, aluminium, silver, manganese, zinc and iron. Have to study the names of these metallic minerals. Okay, you may have heard about at least one or two of these metals, because we use it in our daily life, you know. So, these are some of the metallic minerals we found in our country. And we use these things, these minerals, metals for different things, for making different things. Then, so from where do we get these minerals? From the soil, okay. And how do it occur there? It occurs there naturally. And how we take these minerals out? To take these minerals out, we dug deep holes into the surface of the earth, and then from there we take it out. And these holes are called mines. So, when we take the mineral content soil from a place, we can't use that mineral as we take it from that place, because it may contain loads of soil and all. Okay, so the mineral content soil of a place, or the mineral content soil, is called ore. Then by collecting the ore, we process it, and from that we take minerals. So the metallic minerals in their impure form are called ore. Okay, the metallic minerals in their impure form. Impure form means the mineral contains soil. That mineral may contain the soil particles, and also we will not be able to use that soil itself as for making things. So we have to process it, and from that we have to remove all the dirty things, that is soil and all, and we have to take the minerals only from that. So the soil which contains minerals in their impure form is called ore. Here you can see the ore of iron. See, when we take the soil which contains iron, it will be like this. Okay, this rock piece contains iron, but we can't use the iron like this. Because this is the ore. Okay, this is ore. Then we have to process it, and then we have to convert it into metal then then only we will be used to use it for making different things. So here, iron. Now we will study the metals one by one, its uses of different metals. First one, iron. See here, as I told you, this is the impure form of iron. We can call it as iron ore. Iron ore. Okay. Then here you can see a steel plant in this picture. A steel plant. So this is the place where we find iron ore. Iron ore. So it has been collected from this place. We can say that this is a mine from where we get the mineral content soil. So the soil in this place contains iron. So after collecting the iron ore from this place, it has been taken to a steel plant. There it has been processed and we make different things. And here you can see the different things made of iron. We use it for making a railway engine, different types of machines, for making vehicles like ship, car, etc. Okay, see where do we use these large machines? In industries and all. Okay, you may have seen machines. So if there are no machines, we will not be able to make any products. So for making machines, we need iron. And also for making almost all the vehicles, that is a railway engine, then the ship, then a car, bus, for all the things we need iron. Even a safety pin, or for if we want to make a safety pin, then also we need iron. And most of the things which we use in our home are made of iron. So it is very important. So iron is very important. Okay, so we use iron for making all these things. Now next is copper. Copper, the importance of copper is that it is the first metal invented by early human beings. So in one of our lessons we studied about the early human beings. You know that they lived in the forest. They used to live in the forest. When the early men used to live in forest, their main tool was stone. So later when they invented copper, it became very useful for them because they have found out that copper tools are more stronger than stones. So they began to use copper in their activities and it led them to develop a lot. That is, by using copper, they began to kill animals and also cut down the trees and all. Then it became easier for them to clear the forest and also collect food for them. Thus, the copper, this metal, copper helped the early men a lot and it made the development of human beings very fast. Now, today we use copper in various purposes. One importance of this copper is that it's a good conductor of electricity. So, making electrical wire and all, we use this copper. And in most of the electrical equipments contains copper. We know that the importance of electronic equipments in today's world, we can't live without television and computer, you know. So for making all these things, we need copper. Now, gold. Okay, gold is a very precious metal. You know that gold is very costly. You know why the gold is very costly? Because very little gold is available in India. And iron and copper in many of the states produce that iron and copper. But in India, gold is we get gold only from Karnataka. Okay, so very little gold is available in India. Not only in India, when we take the world as a whole, very little gold is available. That's why it is very precious. And you know that mainly this gold is used for making ornaments. Okay, that's about gold. Now, next metal is aluminium. Aluminium. So, aluminium is also a very important metal. Aluminium is a lightweight metal. Okay, it's a aluminium is a lightweight metal. That is the importance of aluminium. So I told you that when we take a mineral from the soil, we can't use it directly as a metal because that soil will be in its impure form. And that impure form of a mineral is called ore. Okay. From that ore, we have to take out the metal. The ore of aluminium is called bauxite. Okay. The ore of aluminium is called bauxite. It is from this bauxite that we take aluminium. So the ore of aluminium is bauxite. You have to remember that. It will be asked for your examination. The ore of aluminium is called bauxite. Then why do we use this aluminium? Aluminium is used for making utensils, then for making vehicles, and also aluminium is used for making aeroplane. Okay. Then your mother may have aluminium utensils in your kitchen. Okay, aluminium utensils. It's as it is, it's weightless and also it becomes hot very fast. That's why we use aluminium. So it's used for making aluminium vessels and also for making vehicles. Then another importance of this aluminium is that it is used for making aeroplanes. You know why this aluminium is used for making aeroplane? Because this metal is weightless, lightweight metal. This is a lightweight metal. So we use this for making aeroplanes. Another quality of aluminium is that it will not rust. You may have seen the metal iron rusting. If you have old things made of iron in your home, you may have noticed the red coating forming on the top part of this metal. Okay, so it's called rusting. If the gate in your home is made of iron, and if it is old, you may have noticed the red coating appearing on the top part of this iron. Then when we talk about aluminium, aluminium will not rust. That is the quality of aluminium. So that's why we use aluminium for making aeroplanes. What two things are there? One thing is that the metal, this aluminium is weightless, it's lightweight, and another thing, it will not rust. So we use this for making aeroplanes. So for examination, a question will be asked, why aluminium is used for making aeroplanes? You have to remember 2 points. You have to write there 2 points. One thing, aluminium is lightweight, it's weightless. Another thing, it will not rust. That's why we use aluminium for making aeroplanes. Another thing regarding aluminium is that aluminium is obtained from an ore called bauxite. Okay, we studied about iron, then we studied about copper, then we studied about gold. But when it comes to aluminium, only the ore we studied is about aluminium. Okay, aluminium is obtained from an ore called bauxite. So, if a question is asked, dash aluminium is obtained from an ore called dash, what will you write there? Have to write as bauxite. Then another thing we studied is that aluminium is used for making aeroplanes because it is lightweight and also this metal will not rust. Okay, so that's all about aluminium. Once again, let's say the name of main metallic minerals available in India. First one copper, first one iron, then copper, gold, aluminium, then silver, manganese, zinc and nickel. Then we studied in detail about iron, copper, gold and aluminium. So I think you may have got an idea about what are called minerals. So once again, minerals are substances that occur naturally in the surface of the earth. The minerals are very important because minerals are, it is from the minerals that we get metals. And how do we collect the metals from the minerals? We to take the minerals, we make deep holes in the surface of the earth and we dug it out. After that, we process it, and from this mineral content soil, we take out metals. Okay. Now let's do these exercises. First one, metallic minerals in their impure form are called dash. Metallic minerals in their impure form are called dash. The options given are ores, raw materials, fossils. The answer is ore. I have shown you a picture of an iron ore. That is the ore is the soil which contains minerals. Okay, from that, if the soil of a place contains iron, we can call it as iron ore. If the soil of a place contains gold, we can call it as ore of the gold or gold mine. Okay, the place from where we get gold. So, metallic minerals in their impure form are called ores. Then second one, dash is a good conductor of electricity. Options, glass, copper, wood. The answer is copper. Copper is a good conductor of electricity. Then third one, dash is used to make ornaments. That you know that. Here options are sand, mercury and gold. The answer is gold. Fourth one, bauxite is the ore of dash. Copper, aluminium, paper. Answer is aluminium. Okay. Metallic minerals in their impure form are called ores. Dash is a good conductor of electricity. Copper is a good conductor of electricity. Dash is used to make ornaments. Gold. Then bauxite is the ore of aluminium. So these are some of the important questions in this part which we have studied. And one question I told here from this part you have to study the lessons, the names of some of the metals, and also you should remember the question why aluminium is used for making aeroplanes. Okay, that is the two important things from this part. And you study this Philip also, and try to read the textbook well. Okay. Then one activity is there for you. That is, you have to paste the pictures of any two things made of iron. You do this on your notebook. Then we will study the next part of the lesson in next class. Then till then, take care. Try to read the textbook also. Till we meet in the next class.